Hello dear students, let us continue with the chapter Working of Institutions, and as discussed today our topic of discussion is two houses of parliament. Now the parliament in our country, it has got two houses, the Council of States or Rajya Sabha and the House of the People, or we call it Lok Sabha. People means Lok. The President of India is the part of the parliament, although he is not a member of either of the houses. Now, one house is usually directly elected by the people and exercises the real power on behalf of the people. The second house is usually elected indirectly and performs some special functions. This we have already studied. And the most common work for the second house is to look after the interest of various states, regions, or even the federal units. In our country, the parliament consists of two houses. The two houses are known as the Council of State, Rajya Sabha, and the House of the People, Lok Sabha. The President of India is a part of the parliament, and all the laws made in the houses come into force only after they receive the assent or the consent of the president. Now, you have already read about the Indian Parliament in earlier classes, and we already know that how it works. So, our constitution does give the Rajya Sabha some special powers over the states. Okay, but on most of the matters, the Lok Sabha exercises supreme power. Many a times it happens, when you, it might have appeared to you that Rajya Sabha is more powerful. Why? Because many of us, we feel that it is called upper house or upper chamber. So, and lower house we call to Lok Sabha. So maybe Rajya Sabha is more powerful and Lok Sabha is lesser powerful. But this does not mean that Rajya Sabha is having all the powers. This is just an old style of speaking and not the language used in our constitution. Let us now see that how Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha works and what are the lookouts of Lok Sabha. Now, first of all, any ordinary law needs to be passed by both the houses. We know this. But if there is a difference between the two houses, the final decision is taken in a joint session in which members of both the houses sit together. And because the larger number of members belong to Lok Sabha, the view of the Lok Sabha is likely to prevail in such a meeting. So I hope it is clear that when the bill is passed and if it is seen that during lawmaking there is a difference and both the houses, they have come up with the differences. So the members of both the houses, they sit together, but because Lok Sabha has got more members, so the decision of Lok Sabha, that prevails. Number 2, Lok Sabha exercises more powers in money matters. And all the bills which are passed, which are monetary bills, that relates to Lok Sabha. Once Lok Sabha passes the budget of the government or any other money related law, the Rajya Sabha cannot reject it. The Rajya Sabha can only delay it by 14 days or even can suggest few changes, but Lok Sabha may accept or may not accept those changes even. So this is very, very important. Making of the law plus all the money bills and passing of the budget and everything money related lies in the hand of Lok Sabha. Third, most importantly, the Lok Sabha controls the Council of Ministers. Only a person who enjoys the support of the majority of the members of the Lok Sabha is appointed as the Prime Minister. And if the majority of the Lok Sabha members say they have no confidence in the Council of Ministers, so if you can recall in class 8, we studied about no confidence motion. So what happens? All ministers, including the Prime Minister, they have to quit. The Rajya Sabha does not have this power. So all these powers lies with Lok Sabha. Now let us quickly see one by one that the differences between Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Point number 1, what did we learn? That the Lok Sabha members are directly elected by the eligible voters, and Rajya Sabha, the members are elected by elected members of State Legislative Assembly. Point number 2, what did we learn? The normal life of every Lok Sabha is 5 years. After 5 years, the term of all elected representatives come to an end and the Lok Sabha stands dissolved. But the Rajya Sabha is a permanent body. It is not subject to any dissolution. But 1/3 of its members, they retire every 2 years. And number 3 point, the maximum strength of the House of Lok Sabha is 552, whereas in Rajya Sabha it is 250 members. And very, very important, point number 4, money bills can only be introduced in Lok Sabha. Also, it is Lok Sabha which grants the money for running the administration of the country. Rajya Sabha does not exercise any power over the money bills. It can give few suggestions, but still, whether those suggestions will be accepted by Lok Sabha or not, that lies in the hands of Lok Sabha. And the last one, the Lok Sabha is more powerful than Rajya Sabha. It is very, very clear because it exercises few power, and Rajya Sabha is lesser powerful. Because some of the powers given to Lok Sabha, like making of the law, then more power on money matters, then dissolving the Lok Sabha or the cabinet or the council of ministers, that lies in the hand of Lok Sabha only. So I hope it is very, very clear to you the difference between both the houses and the powers which they exercise. Now in our next class, we will be talking about the political executives and what is the difference between the political and permanent executive. Thank you so much, children. I am concluding the class right now. God bless you.